Hey everybody, Pastor Frank coming to you live from Grace United Methodist Church in Sherman, Texas, live video recording. I'm here to stop by today to say that I did something really crazy recently, something I've never done before. So every now and then, I'll say to myself, all right, I gotta do something to be more fit. I gotta do something to be more active. I don't like going to the gym. I don't like working out in front of a bunch of people. I like doing things on my own. But I also know that without some kind of program, goal, any kind of accountability, I will fail. I will not achieve my goal. And so I said, all right, I've heard people before using apps on their phone to learn how to run, to go for running. So I've never been able to run. I've never run anything in my life. I could not run a whole lap around a track without exhaustion, just collapsing. So I said, all right, I'm going to get one of these apps, and I'm going to get a Couch to 10K app on my phone with the goal of running in a 10K. It's about a 14 or 15 week program. And so you run 3 days a week, and when you first start, you're going from the couch, right? So you've never been running before. So you might, warm up for a few minutes and then run for 90 seconds and then pause for 2 minutes, walk for 2 minutes, run for another 90 seconds. Do that kind of thing for about 30 minutes, 3 times a week. And those first few days was so exhausting. Like those 90 seconds of running were so hard for me. I didn't think I was going to make it, but kept going, and each week it gets a little bit harder. Run for 3 minutes and then walk for 2 minutes and do that 5 times or do that whatever. And every week it keeps increasing the running time, decreasing the walking in between times. Whereas y'all, this is for real. I am now running. I'm at the end of the program. I'm now running for an hour at a time. I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 3 times a week. I'm going to go tomorrow morning. And I'm running for an hour without stopping. I've never done anything like that in my life. And it's so crazy, but it's taken 14 weeks to get there. It's taken the words of encouragement from my wife and from the kids at home, just asking how my running is going. It's taken the encouragement of the program in my earbuds while I'm running, just saying, you're halfway, 1 more minute to go. And every time, I'm not saying it's easy, all right? It's not easy. Matter of fact, there's by the end of the time I'm running, I look like someone poured a bucket of water over my head. But there's this woman that is also running at the track at early in the morning. And the other day I ran past her. She's always wearing the shirt that says, I run because I love to eat, or something like that. And we crossed paths, and she's just like, you can do it, and just encouraging me. And I was only halfway through, another 30 minutes to go. I must have looked terrible, but just that little words of encouragement are what we need sometimes to get to the next place, to achieve our goal. And a lot of times we don't think about our spiritual life in the same way. We don't think about setting goals. We don't think about, how we can grow our relationship with God. But it's exactly the same thing. Without a goal, without accountability partners, we won't get there on our own. We just won't. So I want to encourage you, wherever you are, if you're here at Grace, to sign up for our new small group study that we're doing, a church-wide study. Or if you're out there on YouTube or listening to the podcast at Mirror in Your Pocket, to get a copy of this Brian McLaren book that our congregation is going to start going through this coming Sunday. So for the next 12 months, we will be, our worship series will be drawn from this book. We're going to start small group ministry here in a couple weeks, where we'll have 7 groups studying this book. They won't meet continuously for an entire year. They'll meet for 8 or 9 weeks at a time and then break for 3 or 4 weeks. But those will start the week of September 23rd. We have groups on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday night at my house, and Thursday night. There's 7 groups in those 5 days. And I want to encourage you to sign up for one of those. Or if you're not here at Grace or here in Sherman, you're just kind of out there, to get the book and be part of some kind of accountability group, some kind of group studying together, growing together. Because the book preface really sums it up, talking about where we go, where we're going. It says, "You are not finished yet. You are in the making. You have capacity to learn, mature, think, change, and grow. You also have the freedom to stagnate, regress, constrict, and lose your way. Which road will you take?" That's a good question. It's kind of challenging and encouraging in the same way. And so I can just say from my own experience with this running program, without the accountability, without the encouragement, I would still be on the couch. And listen, if you show up, I actually have my 10K coming up next weekend. It's September 8th. It's in McKinney. So if you could say a little prayer, a little thought for Pastor Frank on September 8th, sometime between 8 and 9:30 in the morning, I'd appreciate it. If you show up for worship the next day on the 9th and I'm not here, you might send out some scout teams to McKinney to just kind of go through the ditches of town, or maybe check the emergency rooms. But all of us need to have a goal that we're working on. And whether that's for fitness or that's for our spiritual life, the only way we can do that is to be in community with each other, to hold each other accountable, to be encouraging, and to lift each other up. So I hope you're feeling that. If you're not, I hope you can reach out and find one of those groups. And if you're local in the Grace area, in the Sherman area, join on to one of these small groups, or at least come to worship and get a copy of the book and follow with your family at home. But wherever you are, whatever you're doing, set those goals, keep a good attitude, share it with some people that you're working on this so that they can hold you accountable and encourage you. And know that God is with us, running that race right there alongside us. So may God bless you this week, and may you be filled with a life of grace and love for all people. Amen. See you later.